I had a stroke November 11th, 2015, and it was really scary. Actually, it was so sudden I didn't even know it was happening. It was like a light switched and I woke up and found out I had a stroke. The stroke left me paralyzed on the left side, no movement in leg or arm. Face was twisted, couldn't look to the left side.
I was only 12 years old, so I wasn't fully cognizant of what was going on. Dad was in Otrius on a business trip, so mom was the adult at home in charge. My brother and I were home. My brother is 12 years older than me. So I was in my room and he knocked on my door. He usually gives me my privacy, and he kind of like pushed open my door, so I immediately knew something was wrong. And then he said, "Abby, calm, something's wrong with mom." So me, Nicholas, and mom were in the room and we were trying to figure out what was going on because we've never had any experience with any kind of medical emergency. Everybody in our family has been pretty healthy, so this was completely new to us. We were very scared and dad wasn't home. We called grandma, we called both grandparents, we called dad. We weren't getting through to dad at first. Her arm was weak, so I was like, did she hit her arm? And then her speech was slurred, so I was like, did she bite her tongue? And then when it finally occurred to me that the only thing that could be causing such havoc in her body was her brain, then I knew it was something serious and we had to take control. So we got her in the car and we drove her to Andrews Hospital. Dad met us there and he reached about midnight. This was about 8 o'clock in the night, if I remember correctly. He met us at the hospital by about 11 o'clock and later we were informed that she had had a stroke.
My life after having the stroke has been completely different. It has changed it in every way. I mean, if half your body is paralyzed, I had to learn to walk again. I had to learn to sit up in the bed by myself again. So it's a long, long, winding road back to recovery to be able to function again. Took away my independence, which is the most significant impact. Haven't been able to drive again, work again, walk properly. Well, I spend a whole lot of time in therapy at the moment, trying to recover function and be as independent as I can.
I still didn't understand how it would impact my life, both negatively and positively, but we tried to turn the negatives into positives. Mom took me to school every single morning. She took me to dance class, she went to the supermarket, she tied that tie. She was just in charge of the household. All of these things that seemed like they did themselves suddenly had no dominion. So it was very scary. Everybody had to take their role in the house. Anything that we could do, I started going to the supermarket. Dad started taking me to school, and it was hard. It was hard to see my dad feeling this way. It was hard to see my grandparents feeling this way. It was hard to see my siblings feeling this way. I've never seen every single person I love in such agony before, and it was so heartbreaking. Just because even though I could tell that something very serious was going on, I could tell that I might lose my mom, and it was heartbreaking for me, but seeing everybody around me feeling the same way was just so hard, and you had to just be strong for everybody.
Well, my number one support system is God. I'm a member of a weekly Bible study, and that provides a whole lot of, spiritual strength for me. I have a very close-knit family. My parents, my husband, my children, my siblings. So I'm very fortunate to have a very strong support system. And I have encouragers who send me inspirational messages every day. 2 people have sent me inspirational messages for every single day for the last 5 years. Well, I think that I have a lot of hope because of my faith. It gives me hope that I will eventually recover a lot of the function that I have lost. I'll be able to swim again. I'll be able to walk in sandals again and be able to make the fullest recovery that is possible. When I realized how many people in Jamaica have strokes and how many of them are likely not to have the level of support that they need, I thought, I was moved to think, God really placed in my spirit to start a foundation or some form of support organization. to help stroke survivors who do not have the support they need. When I realized the amount of things that I was being told that I'd need, and I saw from my own parents the sorts of assistive devices that they needed to be able to live the best life they could, whether it be a wheelchair, whether it be canes, braces of different types, it made me realize how extensive the needs are going to be. The grab rails that you need to have to be able to get up. I mean, the things you have to do to adapt your own home, railings to help you to maneuver around safely. It really made me open my eyes to the sorts of changes that people need to make in order to be able to live a productive and, useful life.
My mom is a superhero. She has come back and stepped back in like nothing ever happened. She is so strong, she's so supportive, she's so compassionate and kind. And no matter what happens to her, she's always there for other people. So going back to regular life for her and recovering, she's taken it like a boss. And I'm so proud of her.